Why is Kyle Shanahan so conservative? I mean, you look at him, he seems like he's so young and hip and cutting edge, but really he's very tied to the past in a lot of ways.
Well, I think the key with Kyle, the answer in the back of the book is that he overreacts and overvalues the negative. And that ties to everything, every decision. The clock management against Green Bay at the end of the first half, his goal was to not give the ball back to Green Bay. It wasn't move the ball
God
down
forbid.
the field and get the best chance. Why doesn't he play Jordan Mason? Because he fouled in the preseason, overreacting to the negative. Why doesn't he pull the starters sooner? Because of the fluke game that Detroit had to come back on. He always overvalues and overreacts to the negative. It's who he is. It's the trait of a perfectionist. That's what they do. So it's just you have to know that with Kyle, that's part of what comes with the package with him.
That's true. It's a nice thing. I mean, you want your head coach to be a perfectionist, but at the same time, he's running the clock out on himself at the end of a half.
Right.
I understand if you're going against the Chiefs. I understand if you're going against the Chiefs. I get it. Didn't he do that against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl?
Yep.
He did. And John Lynch was in the booth saying timeout, right?
Right. Yeah.
That happened. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So I forgot about that. So I get it. Okay, it's Patrick Mahomes. You have Jimmy Garoppolo. Don't give Mahomes another possession. I get it. But you're the 1 seed. You're going against Detroit. You're the 1 seed. You're going against Green Bay. You're worried about them. You're better than them, aren't you? In all phases. So just
and their
dominate
defenses
them. Why
are
are
their
you playing
weak
these
point.
stupid games?
Yeah.
Well,
you have to know that their defense is gettable. So
Yeah.
why are you doing this? Yeah, it does make sense.
well, let me give a theory why
Okay.
he's doing this particular thing at the end of the half. His defense isn't that good right now, Tom.
This is true.
That's a problem.
That's a real concern. Yeah.
Yeah, national pundits talk about the Niners like, man, this defense is so great. It used to be. It hasn't been in a few months.
Well, you look at the run yardage in the playoff games, it's bad. And as you
Bad.
talked about with Coach, is that if you play a wide 9 and then the other team stretches your line out, they'll run on you all day.
Mhm.
And so that's my concern is if you want to stop Kansas City from the jump, from their first possession, you need to play a 5-man front.
I agree.
And it's also a way to optimize Hargrave. I think that they misevaluated Hargrave in that he succeeded within a 5-man front in Philly. Play a 5-man front now, you can kickstart Hargrave and you can do a better job stopping the run. My concern is that Wilkes is going to start up in base. And that can get chewed up as we've seen against Detroit and Green Bay.
Absolutely. The Niners adopted the wide 9 to counteract the Rams, who were dominant in the division at 17 and 18. And the Rams were an 11 personnel offense that would run the ball. So light formations, no fullback, one tight end. That's it. And wide 9 tees off on that. But all of a sudden, you get tight ends in the formation, 3 tight ends in the formation. Wide 9 is not the front you want. Absolutely not.
Especially against 12 and 13 personnel. And that's what Kansas City runs a lot. They've had a lot of success with 12 personnel.
5-6 years ago, but now it is. Maybe because of the success the Niners have had with the wide 9. So you have to have another front you can go to if you're getting destroyed. It's not just necessarily changing from zone to man. I've seen people say they're not playing man coverage in this game. Great. How are you going to stop the run?
You're not.
Great. Yeah. And when you play man coverage, are you going to be able to keep Mahomes from scrambling? Because when it's man, the 5-yard scramble could be a 20-yard scramble.
Easily. I think part of what they're going to need to do on 3rd and long is cover 0. That you're going to need to send 6 to deny Mahomes the scramble lane and speed him up, force him to throw the ball away. You're not looking for sacks, you're looking for stops. That needs to be their focus.
4-man pass rush. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to get it. I'm with you.